Lessons from the Art of War that we can apply today, episode 10, and from the copy of The Art of War and Other Classics of Eastern Philosophy. You can find this particular copy, which includes 5 other books, right there in my TikTok shop, and I highly encourage you to look at it. Today, in episode 10, we're going to go into, well, this is another one of my favorite lessons, and I was just saying that for episode 9. Of course, in this whole idea of deception, but also knowing numerical weakness comes from having to prepare against possible attacks. Numerical strength from compelling our adversary to make these preparations against us. Now, there is a lot of different ways you could go with that particular one, but I wanted to talk to you today about that as a consideration. One of the things, especially if you carry any self-defense tool, one of the things we have to consider are numerical weaknesses and knowing our own weaknesses. Why is it so important that we study these things from Sun Tzu and deception, and what does that mean? Our numerical weaknesses. Can you think of what your numerical weakness might be? I know a lot of people probably think about how many self-defense tools they have on them, but that's not what I'm getting at. Leaning towards the deception side, but also leaning into evaluating ourselves. This is so super important to always be evaluating ourselves. How capable are you right now in this moment, physically? How capable are you in this moment for cardio? How capable are you in this moment if somebody attacks, whether you're sitting at home and it's a home invasion and they kick in your front door, you're driving along, you come up to a stoplight, and somebody tries to carjack you. Random act of violence or targeted act of violence. Someone comes up and they say nothing, and it's on. What are you capable of doing right now in this moment? One of the considerations that we always look at is that, right? How capable are we? But a super important one that we have to be thinking about. Seriously, one of the most important things that we have to be thinking about is our numerical weakness. I don't mean are you alone. Do you have your family with you and you're coming under attack? Now, especially for people with young families, you got young kids, you have a spouse. Are you immediately having to make decisions based on the people that you have with you because you have to protect them? Their protection is your job. That is what I mean by a numerical weakness. If I'm attacked and I'm alone, I'm only worried about me in that moment. I'm not worried about the attacker and whatever I have to do to stop them. I'm not generally worried around any of the people around unless I have to use a specific self-defense tool that makes me consider that and backstop. But specifically, if I'm having to defend against anybody and I'm by myself, well, good in that I don't have to think about my numerical weakness, and I want to use the Soul Defender, the button really quickly to let everybody know, hey, I've got an emergency right here in this GPS location. But especially in whether you're using a self-defense tool, whether you're not, the people you have around you and who you have to protect is going to help dictate exactly what needs to happen. Of course, we always want our strategic exit, but it's a huge consideration. If I got kids and family with me, there is a huge difference between having a brother next to me, a father next to me. I've got somebody who's a big, strong man next to me. It's not that I'm not thinking about I have to protect them still, because I am, but I'm not thinking about it in the same way as my partner's next to me. My kids are next to me. That's a whole different ballgame. What is your numerical weakness? And how does having certain people with you when you come under attack change your actions and your game plan? If you haven't made a game plan there yet, I highly encourage you to look at that. Not just with the Soul Defender. Our family likes our code words and phrases because it tells them what I'm going to do. It's them telling me what they're going to do. The bad guy has no idea. And better yet, if you haven't seen that version that we put up on the family safety plan on TikTok, it can go either way, but we use these statements addressing the bad guy to communicate. Meaning the bad guy thinks what my partner has said to them is for them, but it's not. It's to me. And he has no idea. This is why code words and phrases are excellent. And if you haven't seen the family safety plan there on TikTok, I highly encourage you to look at it. I'm Instructor Thompson, my self-defense studio. If you're looking for a self-defense tool that you can use right now, the Soul Defender is the only self-defense tool that I absolutely do encourage people to look into and get. This company's technology in both devices that they sell sends out emergency alerts to 24/7 dispatch and contact the police for you, as well as your own emergency contacts. Meaning you can let your loved ones know that you need help right now, the push of a button, or if you end up having to engage with this spray. You can find and use this code here and get yours today. I'm Instructor Thompson, my self-defense studio.